So the relationship between birth trauma and breastfeeding is important to also consider. And again, I think that this is a piece we're not addressing, and I think it's a shame. One of the things that we know from research, down in, let's say, Guatemala, there's a big study down there, is that a traumatic birth can actually delay lactogenesis, or when the milk comes in, by as much as several days. And so then I've seen a lot of mothers kind of get into trouble because here they are and they're trying to kind of breastfeed, and maybe the baby's a little sleepy, and they're trying to, bring in their milk supply, and all of a sudden their milk's not there, baby's weight starts, dropping, the baby gets maybe some jaundice, and it just can create this whole sort of cascade. And I think if we kind of understand that, we understand the physiology of what happens when people are put in extremely stressful positions, then we can, I think, take steps as lactation consultants to step in and do something about that. For one thing, I would probably, with a mom like that, work to see if she can tolerate skin to skin. Sometimes moms, if they've been through really traumatic things, have a hard time with that. But if she can tolerate skin to skin, I'd probably be promoting that. I might even think about maybe having her do some pumping, just to kind of see if we can maybe bring that milk in, on time instead of delayed. The other thing is, too, I think sometimes if you know that's coming, you can plan for it. So you can watch it when that baby starts getting into a little bit of trouble, and maybe start doing just a small thing of supplementation, just to kind of get that baby over the hump while the mom brings her milk supply in. So again, I think being proactive. The other thing I was really struck by is how disturbing it was in the literature to read about how many of the mothers felt disconnected from their babies, not just for days or weeks, but in some cases years. And it's like, that is something I think we need to intervene on. We might say, well, she can't handle it. We need to actually very gently, but, firmly say, we need to help facilitate that connection between her and her baby. Because if we don't, it's not just for the baby's sake. She needs that. She has to have a relationship with this baby, and I think she'll feel like she really missed something, if she's not able to sort of forge that. And oftentimes having the relationship with the baby can be healing for the experience. And so again, I think that that's something sometimes we're afraid to kind of, be forthright with mothers. But one of the things I recommended that, that we say is something like, I know that you're having a really hard time right now, but right now your baby needs you, and we need to see how we can make that so it's okay for both of you. And maybe think about doing some infant massage, some mother-infant coaching, some other kinds of things if she's not breastfeeding, and to help her make that connection with her baby. Because I think it really is something that she would lose out on, and I think grieve for. So again, I think it's a place where I think we need to step in.